the Ghost Rider, the Human Torch from Fantastic Four, Kane from WWE, Heat Blast from Ben 10. These, along with a list of other characters, all share a specific attribute that makes them so fucking awesome. Fire. Whether it be the ability to summon fire, or spit fire, or be completely engulfed in fire, or even just have a fire burning background while walking in slow motion, the concept of fire just baffled me as a kid. It was the coolest thing ever, and my little daydreams would be fulfilled partially when I got my little hands on matches, or when I'd play with Kendo during power outages, or as it's infamously known here in Africa as load shedding. But a matchstick would always go off after a few seconds, and that was no fun. A candle would go off if air is blown onto it, and that is no fun. I spent all my young days searching for the answer to my rather perplexing paradox of fire, until one day my big sister made the grave mistake of showing me something that blew my 8-year-old little mind away. She showed me a lighter.
Hashtag to Mystic Rocks.
So, one fateful day, sunny, warm, and just lovely. It was a warm morning. My sister snuck into our parents' bedroom and found a lighter. She made the mistake of showing my curious 8-year-old little self and told me not to tell anyone. And she made an even bigger mistake when she showed me how it was used. And as soon as she put it back and went on with her day, I snuck right in and grabbed the lighter. I ran outside and collected a few dry leaves to burn. You're probably wondering why. Because I fucking can. I was 8. The simple act of burning something at will made me feel like a god. Burn! Burn! So, when I got bored of burning leaves, I went into Dad's garage. Now, it's important to note that this wasn't the type of garage you see in movies. Nah, it was a makeshift cube structure made from wood and plastic roofings. And just outside the garage was a little bush with dry grass. And what drew my attention was a little grasshopper. My evil genius little mind was just craving for destruction. I wanted nothing more than to watch that little grasshopper burn to a crisp. Now again, you're probably wondering why.
Because I was fucking 8 and because I fucking get.
So, without thinking, I creeped by slowly and set the little bush on fire. Then the fucking grasshopper just hopped away, and my plan was ruined. And in a split second, one of the wood planks holding up the garage caught fire. I started to freak out, and my evil genius little mind had the perfect idea of how I would turn off the fire. I spat on it, but the fire grew even wilder. Then, my evil genius little mind thought of another brilliant plan of how I would put off the fire. I whipped my little dick out and tried to pee on the fire. It took me a moment, and I was trying so hard to pee, but the pee wasn't coming out, and after a few seconds I started to pee. But the fire grew even bigger and bigger, and it spread to the plastic roof. Now, you're probably wondering, where is this little nigga's parents? Well, Mom was at the hospital and Dad was at work. But unfortunately, he had left the car that day and the whole garage was engulfed in fire. The entire community had rushed over with buckets of water, trying to at least make sure the fire doesn't spread to the whole house. And once again, I know you're probably wondering, Africans have water? Yes, okay, I am tired of these jokes about Africa not having water, okay? Stop it!
We have a lot of water.
There was absolute pandemonium and chaos going on, and things went from bad to worse when the plastic roof that was already on fire collapsed and fell onto the car. And now the rear of the car was on fire. And now at this point, everyone was just freaking out because they knew as soon as that car catches fire, there would be an explosion and things would just go to shit. But someone had the bright idea and said, hey, instead of using water, let's use sand. And to everyone's surprise, it worked. The fire was tamed, the crisis was averted, and the fire was put out. The car was only burned halfway, and only the outside was affected. Nothing too bad. But the reality settled in for me. I knew I was in big trouble. And as soon as I heard Dad's voice, I started putting on extra clothes and jerseys because I knew I was getting my ass beat with the fridge. So he called me to the living room. My heart was beating out of my asshole. I was scared. I knelt on the floor in front of him and he asked me what happened. And I immediately snitched and said it was my big sister who got the lighter and showed me everything, and then we both got our asses beat. And I kid you not, I have never used a lighter since then, to this very day. Well, to my big sis, I'm sorry I snitched on you, dude. I should have just taken the blame, you know. My bad. I'm sorry. And to Dad, I'm sorry I burnt your car. I'll get you a new one. I promise. Just not now. Right now, I'm very broke, and I'm very broke. More of the story. Fuck grasshoppers. All he had to do was just stay there so he can burn and die. Why did he have to hop away and live? I hate grasshoppers.
Yo, what's up? It's Mystic Black. I hope you're doing alright. I've got a quick announcement. I'm gonna start streaming. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. So make sure you turn on notifications so you get notified when I start streaming. A lot of fun stuff is coming. A lot of insane, crazy stories are coming. Not only that, I'm gonna be doing a lot of different video types, different stuff, different fun, amazing, crazy things. With all that said, I appreciate you for watching to the end, and I thank you so much for subscribing. It means the world to me, and I thank you so much. This is genuinely a passion. This is something I love to do, and I appreciate that you're a part of it. With all that said and done, much love. Blackout.